Stop everything you are doing right now, because the news I am about to deliver will absolutely shatter your heart into a million pieces. Naomi, one of the most electrifying performers in WWE history, reportedly broke down in tears after receiving devastating news from her doctor that her wrestling career might be over due to serious health concerns. The woman who literally glows when she walks to the ring, who has given us unforgettable moments and incredible matches, might never step through those ropes again. Except, and here comes the reality check that is simultaneously relieving and infuriating. This entire story is complete fiction. But before you click away in frustration, stay with me, because the real story about Naomi's career status is actually more interesting than any clickbait headline, and it reveals everything wrong with how we consume wrestling news in the social media era. If you are ready to get the truth about Naomi's situation and cut through the garbage rumors flooding your timeline, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell like you are hitting Naomi's rearview finisher on misinformation. WWE Extreme is here to keep it real, keep it accurate, and keep it extreme. Let us establish the facts immediately, because in a world where fake news spreads faster than a Kofi Kingston hot tag, we need to be crystal clear. Naomi is not medically unable to wrestle. There is no doctor's report ending her career. She did not break down in tears receiving devastating health news. She is perfectly healthy, perfectly capable, and perfectly available to wrestle whenever the opportunity presents itself. What she is, however, is caught in the complicated, frustrating, and often heartbreaking reality of being a talented performer in professional wrestling who is not currently being used to their full potential. And honestly, that might be even more tragic than any fake injury report. But here is where this fictional story gets interesting, and why it gained traction in the first place. Naomi's absence from meaningful television time has been so prolonged, so inexplicable, and so frustrating for fans that people are literally inventing reasons to explain it. When a talent as gifted as Naomi disappears from the spotlight for extended periods, our brain starts searching for explanations. Maybe she is injured. Maybe there is backstage heat. Maybe there is a health issue we do not know about. We cannot accept the simplest explanation, that WWE just is not using her properly, because that reality is too disappointing, too mundane, too representative of everything frustrating about how wrestling companies sometimes waste incredible talent. Let us talk about who Naomi actually is, because understanding why this rumor resonates requires understanding what she represents to the WWE universe. Naomi is not just a wrestler. She is a cultural icon. Her entrance alone is worth the price of admission, with those glow-in-the-dark accessories and that infectious energy that makes even the most cynical fan smile. She has athleticism that makes other wrestlers look like they are moving in slow motion, charisma that jumps off the screen, and a connection with the audience that most performers spend their entire careers trying to achieve. She is a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a proven main event talent, and someone who should be in the conversation every single time WWE discusses the top tier of their women's division. So why is she not? That is the million-dollar question that has frustrated fans for years now. Naomi has had moments of incredible success in WWE, but they have been punctuated by long stretches of absolutely nothing. She will be featured prominently, look like a legitimate star, win some big matches, and then suddenly disappear into catering for months at a time. It is like watching someone climb a ladder only to have WWE kick it out from under them every time they get close to the top. The pattern has repeated so many times that it has become its own storyline, except nobody finds it entertaining. We just find it sad. The health rumor specifically taps into our worst fears as wrestling fans because we have seen legitimate medical issues in promising careers before. We have watched talented performers forced into early retirement because their bodies could not handle the punishment anymore. We have mourned the loss of in-ring careers for people who had so much more to give. So when a rumor emerges about Naomi facing a career-ending health issue, it activates that trauma response. We immediately flash back to Edge's first retirement, to Daniel Bryan's forced absence, to every time we have had to say goodbye to someone before we were ready. The rumor works because it preys on legitimate emotional vulnerability. But here is what makes this situation even more frustrating. While Naomi is perfectly healthy and capable of wrestling, her career is being wasted in a different way. Not through injury, but through neglect. Not through medical issues, but through creative decisions that make absolutely no sense. She is healthy enough to put on show-stealing performances. She is ready to contribute at the highest level. But WWE has to actually use her for any of that to matter. It is like owning a Ferrari and using it to make grocery runs once every 3 months. Technically, the car works fine, but what a waste of potential. Let us examine the pattern of Naomi's WWE career, because it is genuinely baffling. She has proven time and time again that when given the opportunity, she delivers. Her championship reigns, while sometimes short, have been memorable. Her matches consistently exceed expectations. Her crowd reactions are always positive. She checks every single box that WWE claims to value: athleticism, charisma, marketability, diversity, connection with the audience. Yet somehow, she keeps getting shuffled down the card or written off television entirely. If this were happening to a less talented performer, we might understand. But this is Naomi we're talking about, someone who should be a cornerstone of the women's division. The rumor about health issues also reflects a larger problem in wrestling culture: our need to rationalize booking decisions that do not make sense. When a talented performer is not being used, we start creating explanations. Maybe they have backstage heat. Maybe they're difficult to work with. Maybe there is some personal issue we do not know about. We do this because accepting the reality that sometimes companies just make bad decisions is too frustrating. It is easier to believe there's a hidden reason, some behind-the-scenes drama that justifies the inexplicable choices we see on television. Here is another dimension worth exploring. Naomi's situation highlights the unique challenges facing Black women in WWE. While the company has made strides in diversity and representation, there is still a frustrating pattern of Black women wrestlers not receiving the same sustained pushes as their counterparts. They will get a moment, a championship reign, a featured spot, but then it evaporates. Naomi is not alone in experiencing this. We have seen it. The truth is, Naomi deserves better, not just from WWE, but from us as fans. She deserves thoughtful discussion about her career, not manufactured drama about fake health crises. She deserves recognition for what she has accomplished and advocacy for what she could still achieve. She deserves to be seen as the complete package she is, not reduced to clickbait headlines and baseless speculation. Thanks for watching WWE Extreme.